Dr. Greg Eckert.
Take me out to the ball game.
Book a stay out of town.
Book a spa package and lounge by the pool.
The kids agree that this trip really rules, so we'll book
an apartment with space for the whole family. And it's 1, 2, 3 clicks away to your perfect Booking.com stay.
The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Official accommodation partner of MLB.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really? I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait one sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
Best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, $100 plus a monthly experience beyond finance agreement, $999.99.
Hey, you ain't got to internalize.
Qualified plus tax and $10
I tell you that all the time.
Prepaid card for 15 days. Credits and amounts to cancel. CTMobile.com.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone now through July 28th.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
iHeartRadio Earth is here with little tips for a healthier planet. Less than 1% of water on Earth is drinkable, and humans are using it faster than nature can replenish it. Reduce the amount of water you use in the bathroom by taking shorter showers and turning the water off while you brush your teeth. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Your home for the horn. Make us the #1 preset in your car and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the horns. 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
Or wherever you may be listening. This is a Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Football season is closer and closer. SEC Media Days start today. It just means more. Pro Football Focus has its watch list for 2025 college football and MLB Draft. Home Run Derby, an all-star game is all here. I'm your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we got Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets. Make sure you're tuned in. But first, you have to download the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. You're going to use the talkback feature, and you'll get a chance to win a prize as I give you the keyword of the day. Or you can just leave us a message, and if it's good enough, you might even hear it on air. SEC, it just means more. Well, It starts today. We're getting closer and closer to the 2025 football season, but it all starts with Media Days as we are headed to the ATL. Well, Mark, well, you already there, Mark. You already in the ATL. But right now, it is time to talk about Media Days as it kicks off this morning with Greg Sankey giving the State of the Union. And I cannot wait to get to Atlanta, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hardge, like you said, I'm already here. I've had the pleasure of talking to Joe Tessitore and a couple other high-level guys that, we're in the industry with. And everybody's excited, man. Like Coach Sark is going to have a lot of questions asked to him because that's all we talked about yesterday.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. It starts today. First thing this morning, everybody's all excited. It's already getting ready to go. Greg Sankey is talking to the media as we speak right now. He will be followed by LSU. Obviously, Brian Kelly and LSU has a lot to be broken down, followed by South Carolina. And then Ole Miss and Vanderbilt will close out today. Tomorrow is the Texas Longhorns Day to participate. It will start off tomorrow with Auburn and Georgia, followed by Tennessee and Texas. And there's a lot to get into. So when you look at what LSU is bringing to the table, they're bringing their quarterback, Grant Newsmeyer. They're bringing their top wide receiver, Chris Hilton Jr., and they're bringing their linebacker. And it's not Harold Perkins, it's Whit Weeks, which I'm kind of surprised that they're not bringing Perkins after he's coming back off of his injured knee and now getting a chance to play. South Carolina is doing their thing. They're bringing their quarterback, Lenora Sellers. They're bringing DQ Smith, a defensive back, and Nick Barrett, a defensive tackle. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin is all you need to know about. Lane Kiffin will be in the house. He's bringing his quarterback, Austin Simmons. He's bringing Caden Lee, wide receiver, and TJ Daughtry, their starting linebacker. And as for Vanderbilt, they're bringing Diego Pavia, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that has found a way to not use his junior college days as a time for him to use his eligibility, and he will address the media. So tomorrow for Auburn, well, you know what's going on there. They're bringing Jackson Arnold, who was at media days last year, but he was the quarterback for Oklahoma. They're also bringing Keldrick Falk and Connor Liu, a defensive lineman and an offensive lineman. The Georgia Bulldogs, who Kirby Smart is going to hold court. You know that for a fact. They're bringing linebacker C.J. Allen. They're bringing defensive back Dalen Everett. And they're bringing their quarterback, Gunnar Stockton. For Tennessee, well, they're bringing not their quarterback, which is kind of shocking because, they would have been all about Nico, I'ma leave you. But Nico didn't left you. And they're bringing Arion Carter, linebacker, Miles Keltzman, tight end, and Bryson Eason, the defensive tackle, followed by the Texas Longhorns, Anthony Hill Jr., Arch Manning, and Michael Taft. You think there's going to be some court being held during that time when the Texas Longhorns
He's going to have it all laid out.
Yeah, he's going to have it all. On Wednesday, it'll be Alabama, Mississippi State, Florida, and Oklahoma. For Alabama, they're not bringing a quarterback either. They're bringing a defensive lineman, Tim Keenan III, Dante Lawson, linebacker, and Caden Proctor, a offensive lineman for Mississippi State, which I'm interested to see what Mississippi State is going to do. They're bringing in Blake Shapen, who was a quarterback at Baylor back in the day. They're bringing Isaac Smith, and they're bringing, here's a name from the past, Texas Longhorn fans, Brennan Thompson, wide receiver that has been from Texas to Oklahoma, and now he's at Mississippi State. So Oklahoma is bringing John Mater, the new quarterback, Robert Spears Jennings, a defensive back, and R. Mason Thomas, a defensive lineman. Missouri is bringing Dalen Carnell, a safety, Connor Tollison, a center, and Zion Young, a defensive end. And that pretty much covers. Oh, and Kentucky will be there too. They're bringing their quarterback, Jordan Lovett. No, their defensive back, Jordan Lovett, Alex Afari Jr., a linebacker, and Josh Katous, tight end. Texas A&M is bringing, that's for Thursday. Thursday, Texas A&M will have their guy, Will Lee Jr., Amaje Reed Adams, offensive lineman, and Torian York, which I'm kind of shocked they're not bringing Marcel Reed to SEC Media Days, as he is the starting quarterback for the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies.
Why would you try to decide whether or not what A&M is doing? Because they're never going to do the right thing. That's why those Aggie jokes. I have nothing but contentment.
I'm hearing it.
Hate.
I'm hearing
it.
Hate.
Oh man, hate.
And I forgot to talk about the Florida Gators. They're bringing Caleb Banks, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, Jake Slaughter.
Is Lagway coming? And
DJ Lagway is making an appearance. That's why it's kind of funny. And Arkansas is bringing Cam Ball, Taylon Green, and Xavion Sorey Jr. Everybody's bringing their quarterbacks except for Alabama and Kentucky. Like, what is going on here in Tennessee?
They're trying to play the let's keep them guessing game.
But I've never understood that. I've never ever understood. Make them prepare for two quarterbacks.
Gamesmanship. We don't want them preparing for our guys.
I'm gonna see what they can do. What?
Especially because you don't play until later on in the season. You're not playing these teams early in conference games.
It's just ridiculous when you think about it, but it is what it is, and I'm just excited about it because you know as well as I do, Mark. You start looking at these media days, just like we did last week. We started looking at what was going on with the Big 12, and you're like, okay, here we go. Now we're ready to go. We're getting closer and closer to football. Teams are going to start reporting. It's going to be a fun time, and I'm just ready because we've gone through most of the offseason. We've talked about baseball. We've talked about all these different things, and we got basketball in the G League, not G League, but the summer leagues going on. So we've had our fun with that. But now it's time to get to the brass taxes of college football and the NFL as well. And with Arch Manning being the new face of college football, the guy that everybody's going to want to talk to, how big of a scrum do you think it's going to be for people trying to get to Arch to try to get some questions in?
I think that this is going to be one of those Hards that we're going to talk about for a long time. The press conference where people got in a fight over the fact that they wanted to ask a question and they knew it was their time and I didn't get my time, yada, yada, yada. I think we're going to get some of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because of the fact, though, as us being the local media when it comes to this type of situation, we're gonna get our opportunity to do so at some point because throughout the year he's gonna be one of those guys that's gonna be at the press conference.
I told Danny Davis, stand next to me. I'm gonna get some questions answered.
Oh Lordy, this is gonna be interesting with the big fella. We're just getting started on a Longhorn Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio. Pro Football Focus releases top 50 players to watch in college football. Oh no, yeah, there's some Longhorns on there. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Get ready, Texas Texas fans, the college football season is almost here, and the countdown to kickoff begins with the SEC Media Days. 1300 The Zone has all your coverage from Atlanta. Hear exclusive interviews with Steve Sarkisian and Texas players.
It is a very deep group, and we're excited about it.
And hear from special guests and college football insiders.
If you talk about the whole team, including head coach, definitely provided the most confidence.
Listen on 1300 The Zone and the iHeartRadio app.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Escape to poolside paradise at MGM Resorts in Las Vegas. Sip on a refreshing cocktail. Lounge in a luxury cabana. Earn on nonstop fun with MGM Rewards. Book a sizzling summer escape today. Visit MGMRewards.com for details.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
Things are starting to slow down more as we get further along into your Monday morning. I-35 northbound is now a 10-minute out of your drive going from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon. We have a stalled vehicle over on the right shoulder on I-35 southbound at St. John's Avenue and a crash on 183 southbound at Balm Road, but not causing too much of a delay. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
Hey, it's JB and Sandy for our friends at Koala Cooling. Scott and Stacy, the same great folks behind Kangaroo, are the folks who bring you Koala Cooling and plumbing. Do you ever hear the saying, JB, the dog days of summer? Do you know what it actually means?
It means you can't go outside. You want to stay in your air-conditioned home, is how I interpret that.
True, but it actually has history with astrology, the ancient Greeks, and the dog star constellation. Hey, that's great to know, but right here on planet Texas, I just know it's hot, right?
Yeah, we hit triple digits in May, and I know we have hit triple digits in September. That's a long stretch. You want to get your home checked out and qualified.
Yeah, you don't want your AC breaking down on the hottest days of the year, so go ahead and get the team from Koala Cooling to come out and take a look. Like JB said, get your AC qualified. Call them today at 512-759-8800.
Looking for top quality permanent fencing for your home or business? Look no further than Viking Fence. With over 50 years of experience in Central Texas, Viking Fence delivers craftsmanship you can trust. Whether you need wood, iron, or a custom solution, Viking has the perfect fence to fit your needs. What sets Viking Fence apart? They source the finest quality Western red cedar lumber direct from the mill, the most durable and attractive fence material available. Plus, they offer 3 grades of fence pickets to meet every budget. So whether you want Viking to install your fence or you're taking on the project yourself, call Viking Fence today. They pride themselves on excellent work, outstanding service, and an honest reputation. Call 512-601-8911 for a free estimate. That's 512-601-8911. Or visit VikingFence.com/radio. That's VikingFence.com/radio for your free estimate today. When you think fence, think Viking.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, tools, home essentials, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is coming to Round Rock July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond. Watch these legendary AUSL Pro softball players on the Bandits and Bolts battle it out, including Sis Bates, Rachel Garcia, Skylar Wallace, Texas-owned Bella Dayton, and many more. To learn more, go to the AUSL.com and get your tickets today. That's the AUSL.com for tickets. Athletes Unlimited Softball, July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond in Round Rock. AUSL, this is legendary.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball, Hardge, world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry. And of course, we've got our guy Marcus. Marcus holding it down behind the boards. Coming up in the next segment, we'll have the Hardge Knocks Life as I will talk MLB draft and what the Texas Longhorns did and what they might be losing in this draft. We'll also be talking a little bit more about college football right now. But Mark, before we get into this, I just saw a report I came across and said that Uno has now been added as a table game in Las Vegas.
What?
Yeah, Uno.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, COVID almost got me divorced because it forced me to play Uno with my wife. And she is the worst winner of all time. And they put new cards in Uno.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's a card now where you have to put, if you pull the card, everybody got to throw their cards back in the pile and reshuffle. I took the scissors to it. I took the scissors to that card. I'm just saying right now, the next time it's ever played, if I ever decide to play again, which I've kind of vowed not to play Uno with them because, it was such a divide in the family.
Right.
That card will be missing.
So the funny thing is, Marcus and I were just talking about this a little while ago. To talk about Uno. What if they try to play spades? Like, you can't do that. Like, you're not going to be able to do that. It's not going to happen like that. So, but Uno is now a table game in Las Vegas. I'm just going to try to figure out how much security is going to be there to try to make sure that these fools lose their mind.
Tell you what, Bebe and Nuck Nuck and Uncle June June, it's going to be some fight.
We going to Vegas.
They're going to have to hire new security.
I can't wait. We'll see what happens because I'll be out in Vegas again at the end of the month for basketball. So I'm going to try to find that table and just see what degenerates are around that table playing Uno.
They're not going to look like degenerates.
No
They're
doubt.
going to look like the family reunion.
No doubt. No doubt. Let's get into this because Pro Football Focus has done a really good job of breaking down the college players and trying to figure out who is what, right? Like who is your top 25, top 50 players to pay attention to. Before we get into the Texas Longhorns, the number one player on the list by Pro Football Focus is Jeremiah Smith. So let me put this out here first. They use exclusive data by grading. They have identified the most dominant and valuable players in the country based on not on hype, but proven production and projection. Whether it's a future first-round quarterback or a breakout edge rusher primed for a monster year, these are the 50 names that they are going to go by. So I just wanted y'all to understand. And Mark can tell you, I haven't always been a fan of Pro Football Focus, but when they have some decent things out there to talk about, I'm going to bring it to light. So as I said, Jeremiah Smith from Ohio State, which Texas will be facing at the very beginning of the year, is number one on the list. There's no reason for him not to be. He was an absolute monster. We saw it firsthand. He's a special, special player. But it's funny, Mark, because number one and number two are both from Ohio State. Number two just happens to wear number two. He's free safety, Caleb Downs. He started his career at Alabama, transferred over to Ohio State, and has been nothing but spectacular.
Well, I think he saw the writing on the wall when Saban left. He was like, hey, I'm not going to be a part of this no more. You take your stuff. I'm going to take my stuff. I'm going to take my stuff to Ohio.
Yeah. And so now he is looked at as the number 2 player by Pro Football Focus. Coming in at number 6, Leonard Moore, Round Rock. Our guy Leonard Moore, Notre Dame defensive back. Unbelievable. He put up numbers just like Jade and Travis Hunter, and he was a big-time performer for them. He was a 3-star recruit when he came to Notre Dame, and now he's probably going to be a number 1 first-round pick coming up when he's eligible next season, not this season.
Listen, man, I coached Dr. Moore. He came on our show and talked to us and told us how good a young man his son was over the player that he is.
No doubt.
And that's the thing that I love the most about, somebody like him, that he is safe.
Yep.
And when you draft him, he's going to be a pillar in the community. He's going to be a guy that's going to be good for the locker room. He's going to be the guy that's going to kind of put guys to the fire and say, I'm not going to talk a lot, but let's work together. Let's work the same way, like leadership. And that's, you need that on every team.
Yeah, no doubt. Coming in at number 7, you have Cade Klubnik from Clemson, another guy that fans were kind of skeptical on. We knew how good Cade Klubnik was going to be, and he continued to show it. Cade Klubnik coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 8, Colin Simmons. Colin Simmons is all that and a bag of chips. He is somebody that is going to be an absolute problem. They compare him to Von Miller.
Why number 1? Because I'm the one.
Facts. Coming in at number 14.
Hey, can you argue with it?
No, not at all. Hey, look, I'm telling you right now, when I first saw that kid, when he was at Duncanville, I said, is this dude a freshman for real? Like, he just had that look about him like, I am that guy, and I'm about to show y'all that I am that guy.
He looked like one of those created players.
Yeah. He's like somebody you would create on Madden. I mean, on
all 99s.
All 99s across the board. So excited for him. He comes in at number 8. Number 14, number 12. Ryan Williams. Now, he's the wide receiver at Alabama. How was he at number 12? Like,
that dude did everything last year that he looked like a creative player.
Yes.
On the video camera.
Yeah.
Just as a freshman, he was doing stuff that you just don't see freshmen do.
Agreed. And I can say,
what is he going to be like this year?
And I can say the same thing about number 14. How is Anthony Hill Jr. from the University of Texas that low at this time?
This is all speculation, and we'll see when the season is over with and people's seasons are played out. Anthony Hill is going to be vying for who's got the most tackles in the SEC.
But as it comes to Ryan Williams, who's his quarterback, is probably the reason why he's number 12.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find all of that out here pretty soon, but the athletic ability is ridiculous. So I don't see how that should be able to stop him from being recognized as a player to definitely watch. But then you also have to look at where they have Michael Taft comes in at number 26. Michael Taft on the back end, going to be a superstar as well. He and Caleb Downs are the 2 returning safeties. You look at the number 46 position number, you have Malik Muhammad, who I believe is going to be a first-round pick. I stand on that. I just think he's that talented. I thought he was that talented coming out of high school. And coming in at number 50 is Arch Manning. Arch Manning, although he hadn't had a lot of tape, UTSA, Louisiana Monroe, and Mississippi State. Now he has a chance to be a special type of player.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what Archer's going to do, just like everybody else. But I'm tempering my expectations because Hardge, I really feel like Coach Sark is going to protect him.
Yeah. Well,
I
agree
think that
with
they're
that.
going to run the ball.
Yeah.
They're going to strike at people at times because that's Sark throws the deep ball on first play. That just, he forces you to respect him.
No doubt.
But he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it air raid. He's not going to be David Klingler or Andre Ware back in the early 90s, late 80s. He's not going to throw the ball like that with Arch.
No, I would hope not. But we'll get a chance to talk to 3 of those 5 players as Anthony Hill Jr., Michael Taft, and of course, quarterback Arch Manning will all be at SEC Media Days. Make sure you tune in to the Craig Way Show this afternoon, as Craig is already in Atlanta and Mark is already in Atlanta, but I'm headed to Atlanta after the show, and we'll be live tomorrow. Coming up next, we got to talk Major League Baseball. The draft happened, and some of the guys from Texas, well, one for sure is gone. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
Some good news on 183 southbound. The earlier accident at Balm Road has cleared out of there, but there is a new accident on Rollingwood Drive at Wallace Drive. Also looking at the drive this morning on I-35 northbound, you're seeing some stop-and-go speeds, about an 8 to 10-minute add to your commute going from Onion Creek Parkway up to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fosley with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Mark, I had to do it, bro. I broke up with my license plate.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was boring, basic, and had no personality. And you know I deserve better.
Man, you need to go to myplace.com, bro. They've got custom plates that scream all you.
I'm talking about burnt orange, Longhorns, even Hardge 99.
It's giving your car that championship belt.
Exactly. No more boring plates. I'm committed to myplates.com. Use the promo code DAZONE, all one word.
Beth, you're in charge of ordering the tacos for the meeting today, yeah?
I'm not going to order the tacos.
What?
I'm going to Easy Cater the tacos. With Easy Cater, you can order from a huge variety of restaurants, track expenses, and save time.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, you're emailing the meeting notes, right?
No, I'm going to easy mail them. Where's my music?
Sorry, Ben. There's no Easy Cater for that.
Easy Cater, the easy way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas, September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today. AXS.com.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton for Viome. Viome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging and life-extending insights. Viome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can, get this, slow your aging, keep you looking young, and help prevent future health issues. Next, Viome doctors design supplements specifically to your body's needs. Their job is to slow down and help reverse how fast your body is aging. And your Viome microbiome test reveals why you have stomach issues, don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight, and more. Viome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look younger.
Viome is changing lives. Order your full body intelligence test online and save $50. Viome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Viome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's VIOME.com, promo code THRIVE.
He's coming. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, tools, home essentials, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Marcus Semien smacked his 250th career homer to help the Rangers knock off the Astros in Houston. Houston heads into the All-Star break with a 56-40 record. Astros drafted high school third baseman Xavier Nyant with the 21st overall pick in the MLB draft. Spurs continue summer league play tonight against the Jazz in Vegas. I'm Ronza Moss.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are back with offers on vehicles like the 2025 E-Class, CLE Coupe, and EQE Sedan. Hurry in now through July 31st. Visit your local authorized dealer or learn more at mbusa.com/dream.
Who are the 25 greatest football players to grace the gridiron since the year 2000? Introducing NFL Daily's top 25 players of the last 25 years. Join me, Greg Rosenthal, and an all-star cast of media personalities, including Mina Kimes, Steve Weish, Kevin Harlan, and more, for a look at football's best since the turn of the century. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal, and listen now.
Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone presents The Greg Way Show. Join Greg Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. only on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Get yourself a dose of positivity.
I am a positivity magnet.
Right now.
With a tremendous amount of positivity.
Okay, it's happening. It's the Hardge Knocks Life with Mike Hardge.
As we talked about, we're going to be in Atlanta, and that is where everything is going down when it comes to Major League Baseball. Yes, we will be there for SEC Media Days, and it has already started. It is that time. But right now, I want to talk Major League Baseball. As somebody that was drafted 35 years ago, dang, just sounds old, Mark. That just sounds real old. 35 years ago. There was a lot that was going on. Totally different time. I saw a picture of Greg Swindell the other day or yesterday before the draft, and he was sitting with one of them long phones. Like it was a regular phone, but you had that cord that you could walk around your house. That's how long the cord was. He was sitting on his couch, and I was like, man, I was at the barbershop, and then I went to the pool. And they couldn't find me because I didn't know what time the draft was actually starting. So I was out getting a haircut and then went to go see my girlfriend at the time at the pool because she was working as a lifeguard.
Boy had to go get faded.
Oh, yeah, I had to get cleaned up because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know when I was getting the call. I didn't know if I was going in the first round or the last round. I just didn't want to sit around and be waiting. But yesterday, some lives were changed, and it started with the number one pick by guess who? The Washington Nationals that used to be the Montreal Expos.
With the first pick of the 2025 MLB Draft, the Washington Nationals select Eli Willits, a shortstop from Fort Cobb Broxton High School in Fort Cobb, Oklahoma. This is breaking news. Eli Willits is the number one overall pick. He's the youngest number one overall pick in MLB draft history. 17 years old, originally says the top player of the 2026 class, reclassified, and he won 6 state Class B championships in 3 years at Fort Cobb Broxton High School, 3 in the fall, 3 in the spring. He was committed to Oklahoma. His Sooner days are never going to happen. The number one overall pick is Eli Willits.
Eli Willits was the number one overall pick. The number 4 pick in the draft went to the Colorado Rockies, and they took Ethan Holiday. He's a shortstop third baseman. If that name sounds familiar, his dad is Matt Holiday, and his brother is the shortstop, or excuse me, the second baseman in the big leagues right now for the Baltimore Orioles.
They becoming a good old Manning
family. You're right. And they have now become that team that is that family that has gotten a lot of love. Tennessee had 4 guys drafted in the first round. Texas had some guys that were supposed to be coming to the University of Texas. We talked about him, Gavin Fine, third baseman out of California. He was drafted number 12 overall by the Texas Rangers. The number 18 pick was Kason Cunningham out of San Antonio. He's another guy that was committed to the University of Texas. And then, of course, our guy, Max Ballou, was drafted by the Colorado Rockies as well. But here's the interesting part about this draft, Mark, before I'll get right to you. Max Ballou was somebody that could have been a first rounder, and he got hurt. And so everything kind of changed for him. And the draft process is a little bit different. A lot of it has to do with agreeing to money early and all the things that happen within that. But I want you to listen to this Dan O'Dowd, whose son Jack O'Dowd played at the University of Texas. Dan O'Dowd used to be in the Colorado's front office. And not only did they get a Holiday, they got a Ballou.
Just to compare and contrast these guys real quick, Bellew is a power over hit guy. Ballou, sorry. I'm struggling here. It's been a long night. Ballou is power over hit. Gabout is hit over power. The reason they lasted this long, they're both very intriguing college hitters, is that, they're not high in the defensive spectrum. Ballou's probably.
Oh, man, I disagree with you so much on Ballou here. I just can't keep my mouth shut. I saw him play for 3 straight years.
You think he can
He's
play
a
center?
plus right fielder with a plus arm. He's got a field to hit with power. He tore a ligament in his wrist this year, which totally eliminated his entire year. I mean, this guy is a stud athlete, powered all ballparks, can stay on a good fastball and hit it the other way. And I mean, he doesn't have great instincts in right field, but he can play it. And he has got a rocket for an arm in right
He does
field.
have a good arm.
All right, so a nice night for the Colorado Rockies. Well done, Dan O'Dowd. See,
Hey, Dan O'Dowd was not having the nonsense. And
I'm not trying to listen to it. Did you hear what he said? I can't listen to this.
First off, get the name right.
First, get his name right. Put some respect on his name. And then he told them hard. He said, listen, I can't listen to this. Your analysis sucks. You have been misinformed, sir.
The dude said, I'm struggling. It's been a long life. He's like, I don't care what's going on.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear it.
Talk about a kid that I've been watching for years. And I'm going to give you all the smoke when it comes to that. So, yeah, man, Texas has got some things that they got to try to figure out because they knew a lot of these kids were going to get their name called early in this draft. And it was interesting to me because there was a ton of shortstops that were drafted in the first round. You start looking at the top 10 picks, a lot of them were shortstops coming right at the very beginning, because most of the time in those situations, they will move some kids around and make them play some other positions. But congratulations to those guys. These are life-changing moments for the families, for these players. And now the work really starts. Actually, you got to get signed first. But a friend of both of ours, Dimitri Young, his nephew was drafted 54th overall. Quentin Young, he too is a shortstop. He's the nephew of Dimitri and Delman Young. Both guys played in the big leagues and played a long time. You know Dimit Hook. I played against Dimitri all the way up. Great family, great kid, and this kid is going to be in the big leagues before you know it as well.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Now let's call him tonight when we get together, because I really did love that guy and respect him. He was a good man and just a better human being. Like, he just was so much fun. Like, I missed that. We got to hit him up tonight. Congrats.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Caden Kent, shortstop from Texas A&M. He was drafted 103 from the New York Yankees. That's a third-round pick. His father, Jeff Kent, all-star, was in the big leagues for quite some time. He was a teammate of Barry Bonds. Hour number one. No, we still got another segment. What are we talking about, Hardge? Got another segment coming up. Coming up in the next segment, we're going to talk about LeBron James. Is it true? Is it true, LeBron? You had your feelings hurt. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
One time when Bill Schoening and I were doing a Tuesday night game, and there was an umpire behind the plate, Tom Jenkins. And Tom was a rather corpulent fellow, and he lets a pitch go in there. And you hear this pop again. He goes, ball two. Then crystal clear that our field mic picked up was some fan yelling, Jenkins, you fat.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The JV and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
If you're heading out the door this morning, hopping on 290 westbound, we are seeing some congestion from Old Kimbrough over to 130. Also, stop-and-go traffic on I-35 northbound, causing a 10-minute delay from Onion Creek Parkway up to William Cannon. But the drive over on Loop 360 northbound is issue-free from 290 to 2222. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying for it. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid for allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
You want to see basketball played the way it's supposed to be? Tune in to Ice Cube's Big Three this summer. Watch stars like Dwight Howard, Kemba Walker, Joe Johnson, Michael Beasley, and many more, along with Hall of Fame coaches. Experience the fast pace and physical play and fun action that defines the game. You know what it is. It's the Big Three. Catch the best professional 3-on-3 players in the world live every weekend on CBS and Vice.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, tools, home essentials, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius or two half geniuses and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Take me out to the ball game.
Book a stay out of town.
Book a spa package and lounge by the pool.
Luxury travel, no hassle for you.
So I'll book a boutique stay.
With a gym and breakfast that's free.
And it's 1, 2, 3 clicks away to your perfect Booking.com stay.
The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Official accommodation partner of MLB.
Hey there, history fans.
iHeartRadio brings you a brand new history podcast.
It's called American History Hotline,
where you ask the question,
what is political technology?
Did George Washington really cut down a cherry tree?
Were JFK and Marilyn Monroe having an affair?
And American History Hotline gets to the bottom of it.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
This is such a ridiculous story that we tell ourselves because we don't want to know the real story.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search American History Hotline and listen now.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Your home for the Horns. Make us the #1 preset in your car and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Cross Country. Cross Country is the sound of Americana blending country, rock, and America's greatest songwriters. Bob Dylan and Bonnie Raitt to Chris Stapleton and Zach Bryan. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Cross Country, and listen now. Free never sounded so good.
Wake up with Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It is a Longhorns Monday edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And we also want to make sure that we give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Alice Cooper and Judas Priest October the 25th at the Germania Insurance Amphitheater. All you got to do is get over to AM 1300 The Zone on the always free iHeartRadio app. Tap that red microphone and leave the keyword of the day, which is Alice. Alice is your keyword of the day to win a pair of tickets to go see Alice Cooper and Judas Priest October the 25th at the Germania Insurance Amphitheater. Make sure you're listening to the Craig Way Show this afternoon from the ATL. Yes, Craig is in Atlanta already. I'm headed there. So is Mark. Mark is already in Atlanta, and you'll be able to hear the show. Craig Way is officially back, folks, and he's going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets. Craig Way, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, and a Hall of Famer at that. All right, speaking of Hall of Famer, Mark, I want to get into this conversation because LeBron James entering year 23. Year 23. And obviously the conversation has been about him accepting the $52 million contract, opting in, making sure he got his money. But now reports are starting to come out that LeBron James is feeling underappreciated when it comes to the fact that this team is now transferring all of their energy and effort to one Luka Doncic. Now, LeBron, we know what he is in history. He is that guy. He's done amazing things. But I just told you, he's in year 23. And don't you think it's time for them to start focusing on somebody else?
All right. Yes. But this is, I told you. This is just 2 weeks ago. Yep. I said, Hardge, LeBron James, he's feeling some kind of way. He's aggravated. And what'd you tell me? You jumped back on me. You was like, Mark, it doesn't matter. They should be way trending towards doing what they need to do for Luka. And we agreed.
Yep.
But he took the money. And usually when you take the money, you have like power over the team. They like, I don't care how much money we giving you. You are not dictating what are we going to do. And there's only one thing to do. There's only one thing to do.
You talking about buying them out?
There's only one thing to do. You have to buy him out $52 million.
You don't think he's going to take a smaller amount. Just say, okay, we opted in for the $52 million, but my buyout, I'll go for $51.99.
Listen, I don't know if he would do that. I think that the best thing to do is, like I told you last week or 2 weeks ago, he's going to have to break that contract up into 3 more years. Break that $52 million up into 3 years and give them a kinfolk deal so they can go out next season and build toward Luka. We'll bring on some. LeBron can play 25 minutes a game for the next 3 years. I think his body will hold up if he wants to do that. But in order for that to happen, they're going to have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Are we going to honor this $52 million and do the buyout, do the Dame Lillard philosophy, or outright trade him? And there's 4 teams that have already asked the Lakers, are they really truly interested in dealing LeBron James? And we talked about it, and you told me, no, man, they're not going to trade him. They are entertaining those 4 people.
But here and I don't disagree with that. But the thing that I disagree with, and this is the principle of it all, you're going to blow up your team for LeBron James. And I'm not trying to disrespect LeBron. Obviously, we know exactly what he is. He's polyurethane. I went and watched Superman this past weekend. That dude has been around the game for a minute, can be battered and bruised, but still go out and, like you said, give you those minutes, give you those points, and be that guy. But I am in the thought process of not putting myself in that situation with LeBron James. Every time LeBron James comes in, there's always some carnage on the back end. Your organization doesn't get better. What has Miami done after LeBron left? Nothing. Took a while for that. And I'm not disrespecting Miami. It's just the fact of the matter that there's so much that is asked for you to give up to get LeBron that your organization is not going to be the same because you don't have the picks to build your organization back. You can't trade everybody. There's just so much that is in there that you start to understand that, hey, this isn't year 16 LeBron. This is year 23. Year 23. And if you're going to make a play for LeBron, is it for you to get the seats covered, or is it for you to actually win a championship? I'm going to put it like this. I don't want to see LeBron go somewhere and end up like Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan went to the Wizards, it was not a good look, man. It just wasn't. And I don't want to see LeBron be a mercenary and go somewhere that he's at the last stages of his career. Doesn't he want to be for a contender? And what contender is going to give up that much for a one-year deal that you're not guaranteed to win?
Bingo. That's why I said that they're going to have to do a deal like a sign-and trade, like get him to stretch his money out over a series of. I mean, Hardge, look at it. You stretch out $52 million or $53 million over 3 years.
Yeah,
you're still going to get the NFL minimum wherever you go.
Yeah,
the veterans allowance. He's still going to get it, so that's going to add you another $6 million to whatever. It shouldn't be about the money at this point. The dude's a billionaire.
I agree with you. But you know, when he opted in, we both said, that dude said, run me my money because I'm putting the pressure on y'all.
Right.
So we'll see what money. Yeah, we're going to end up seeing what happens next. But man, oh man, this is going to be an interesting offseason when it comes to the NBA. NBA trying to take the headlines from football. Ha! Ain't happening, player. Ain't happening. When we come back, we'll be hour number 2 of a Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff. We got a lot to get into. SEC Media Days have started, and we will talk all about that. We'll also get into the NFL right here on a Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text CHART to 321321. CHART to 321321. CHART to 321321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Having 4 kids in 4 years changed everything, especially our perspective on food.
We started paying closer attention to the things that mattered most, especially the food we were putting on our table.
We wanted better, safer, healthier. And when we couldn't find it, we took matters into our own hands. We started Good Ranchers.
We partner with local farms and ranches right here in the U.S., families who have been raising livestock the right way for generations. Hardworking men and women who care deeply about the land, their animals, and the quality of the food they produce.
We're proud to bring their legacy to your table. 100% American beef, chicken, pork, and wild-caught seafood.
And then we make it simple. We deliver it straight to your door.
Because we believe in making it easy for families like ours and yours to enjoy meat you can trust. Food that honors the American farmer. Food that brings people together.
Visit goodranchers.com and use code RANCH40 to get $40 off your first order. Plus, free meat for an entire year.
Goodranchers.com. American meat delivered.
At Henna Chevrolet, the price we agree on is the exact price you'll pay.
I was at a Chevy dealer recently, found the car I wanted, agreed on a price, and made it all the way to the financing table. Before they mentioned the $2,500 mandatory dealer package they added. Mandatory, as in they refused to remove it. So I left and went to Henna.
For straightforward, all-inclusive pricing, come in and together let's drive at Henna Chevrolet or Henna.com.
You've got an app for music, an app for photos, maybe even one that helps you sleep. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets. Get the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Find your iHeartRadio everywhere. There are hundreds of ways to experience iHeartRadio at home and on the go, beyond the iPhone and Android app and at iHeartRadio.com. Here's another way to connect to iHeartRadio. Apple CarPlay. Our iOS app comes alive in your car's dashboard with a seamless way to play your favorite music, radio stations, and podcasts. Developed with driver safety in mind, the Apple CarPlay interface was built for simple navigation and to limit driver distraction while making sure you can still access all your favorite content from iHeartRadio. No need to download another app. Just plug or pair your iPhone with your dash, and if CarPlay is available in your vehicle, iHeartRadio will sync automatically. iHeartRadio, everywhere you want to listen, including in your car through Apple CarPlay. Check it out for free now. iHeartRadio, anywhere you want to listen, iHeartRadio is there.
iHeartRadio. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Your home for the Horde. Make us the #1 preset in your car and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Hordes. 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. In hour number 1, we talked about SEC Media Days, and they start today in the ATL. Mark is already there. I'm headed there today, and we will bring you all the info as Craig Way who is already there, the voice of the Longhorns, and where you can hear the voice of the Longhorns every day, Monday through Friday, 2 to 5 p.m. will be kicking his show off from Atlanta today. We also talked about PFF's top 50 players to watch, and Texas and Bama have 5 each. MLB draft, we had Max Ballou, and of course, we talked about LeBron James. In the next segment, we'll talk about The Athletic has given an evaluation of the best picks of each team in the NFL draft, and our guy Matthew Golden has made the list. But right now, I want to get into the odds of the SEC. Mark, Circa Sports. I was at Circa when I was in Vegas a week ago. They have their odds of most wins per season this season coming up. The highest odds are Alabama, Georgia, and Texas. Each are sitting at 9.5 wins. LSU is at 8.5. Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin, 8.5. Tennessee, 8.5. Or Auburn and Texas A&M are both sitting at 8. And the Texas A&M one is pretty interesting to me, and we'll come back to that in a second. But you look at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a team that has really got to turn it around if you think about it, because this was a team coming into the SEC that we were unsure of. And obviously, Mark, you've got a closer connection than anybody with this Oklahoma football team because of your son Jacob being part of that team. But you start to look at how people are viewing each of these squads. The expectations of Texas, you see it, you hear it. Georgia is always in the mix. They're looking at a big bounce back year from Alabama, a team that, you had to wait until you got that Nick Saban juice off of you, because now Kalen DeBoer is now putting his imprint on all of these players. But you start to look and you say, okay, what's next for this football team? What's next for Alabama? What's next for Georgia? And of course, we've talked that we're the Longhorns. We talked about the Arch Manning. We talked about what's going on with them. I was talking to some people this weekend, and they brought up the fact that Texas's defense is going to be something that deserves more credit than what we were talking about with the offense, Mark. This defense has some dogs on it, to the point now where you're like, we might need to rely on this defense a little bit more than we do the offense until Arch can get some games under his belt.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Hardge, like I talked to Joe Tessitore yesterday, and he'll be at Media Days with us. So he was just saying how it's a consensus with all the sports writers, all the analysts, that Texas defense could be a historically great defense, like the Georgia defense, like the Texas defense from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, so when you have, I told you, there's no more room on the bandwagon. It's full. Everybody is picking Texas.
Right.
Everybody is saying how good and how deep this Texas team is. And they're not talking about the offense. The only thing about the offense everybody's talking about is Arch.
Yep.
So all the rest of the guys on this offensive unit are not the guys that they're not a phenomenal deep offensive unit where everybody's proven.
Right.
Like this offense has to prove itself. But the defense is scaring the hell out of the SEC.
Well, and the other part,
position.
Yeah, the other part about it is, Mark, the only reason I firmly believe that the defense isn't getting the respect, the offense isn't getting the respect that it deserves, is solely on the fact that the offensive line is the only question mark that they have. If the offensive line was last year's offensive line and we had the exact same scenario, I think that this team would be a no doubt number one ranked team coming into the season. Now, I know that they are getting the love that we're looking at right now, but you start to understand who these guys are and what this opportunity is going to be for them. And I think that they're looking at it. If you look at Colin Simmons and what he's become, Anthony Hill, like, we're going to get into Pro Football Focus in just a little bit, but there's so many different things that is happening with this team that you actually talked about it. We talked about it in the first hour. We talked about how the defense is the answer with the top 5 players that are on there. You got Colin Simmons, you got Michael Taft, you got Anthony Hill Jr. and Malik Muhammad. 4 of the 5 from Texas is defensive.
Right.
That's beautiful, man.
My point, you preaching to the choir. I'm on your side.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
But I'm saying that we don't have the Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
We don't have the guy that everybody goes, oh, you got him?
Yeah.
The only thing that they're talking about is Arch. When we know that Texas offensive running back room was decimated last year. They were really saying, you know what?
Yep.
Baxter is going to be a guy that's going to be a number 1, number 2 running back. But did it happen? No. He was there. He was gone. He
Yep.
was injured. You know, Texas had a phenomenal wide receivers group last year. They're gone.
Yep.
Now you have to have the guys that are next up come in and prove themselves. Tight end, gone. He was outstanding. Now you bring in injuries. It's a question mark. He didn't play for Texas.
Right.
So like everything about Texas's offense is, what are they going to do? How is that going to play out? I think within the first 2 games, we're going to know everything we need to know about this offense, because all the pressure is not on Arch.
Right.
People think that it is, but it's not. Arch can play the managing the game quarterback, and Coach Sark is a master chess player of football. So it's not like he's going to put Arch in harm's way. What did I tell you a week ago? Run it 7 yards and slide. Arch can do that all day long. You can play that game. So there's so much that they can do offensively that they haven't done it yet. So nobody knows. That's why you don't have the same talk that you have as the defense.
Well, logically, it just makes more sense early in the season to just rely on that running game, and it gives not only the running backs confidence, but it also would give that young offensive line confidence that by the time you get to the SEC games, you have a strong running game and you have the safeties playing up in the box against Arch.
Yeah, but here's the biggest thing for me. I mean, yeah, you're right about the SEC game and being ready for that, because the only thing that matters is if you win the SEC. But that big game, that first game of the year, that is a statement game. This is a team. Neither team is the exact same except for the names.
But that's why it makes so much sense to rely on that running game.
Oh, no
and
doubt.
Punch them in the face.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
At the end of the day, Hardge, in the last 6 teams in college football, Ohio State and Texas are both going to be in that final 6.
Yep.
And a loss that Coach Sark is basically, he's tempering expectation.
Yeah.
Saying that, oh, no team is going to go undefeated. No, everybody expects Texas to go undefeated. That's the expectation. That's why they call it expectation.
Yeah. Sometimes they call that Fantasy Island too. Sometimes they call that Fantasy Island because you know,
plain,
because you know the challenges that are there each week. Our guy and late great Sean Adams used to always say, "We don't know who broke up with their girlfriends. We don't know what's happening on the home front." These are college students that one day may come out there and they might have a moment emotionally. You know, we never know what's going to happen. But I do agree with the fact of relying on the running game early in the season. But I also believe that the Texas defense is going to be the calling card for this season, just because of not only Anthony Hill, not only Michael Taft, not only Colin Simmons and not Malik Muhammad.
That's a lot of not onlys.
But you got to look at Ethan Burke. You got to look at some of those other guys that they brought in. Lafau at linebacker. Some guys that have a lot of experience. And the X factor to me is Jelani McDonald. And what is he going to be? And what is he going to be able to do in this defense? So, yeah, I'm with you on all of this, but 9.5 wins. Obviously, you're going to need to have quite a few of those to get into this playoff, but especially with all these different teams that are involved in it now. But I think Texas is in the right spot at the right time with the right people. And, of course, they've been building it the right way. We'll be continue to talk about it because Texas comes to SEC Media Days tomorrow, along with some other teams, and we'll get into that conversation as well. But coming up next on the Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff, The Athletic gave an evaluation on the best picks for each team in the NFL draft, and we've got a couple Longhorns that definitely need to be talked about. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Get ready, Texas fans. The college football season is almost here, and the countdown to kickoff begins with the SEC Media Days. 1300 The Zone has all your coverage from Atlanta. Hear exclusive interviews with Steve Sarkisian and Texas players.
It is a very deep group, and we're excited about it.
And hear from special guests and college football insiders.
If you talk about the whole team, including head coach, definitely provided the most confidence.
Listen on 1300 The Zone and the iHeartRadio app.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
Things are slowing down this morning on Mopac southbound. Some stop-and-go speeds, about a 3 to 5 minute delay from 183 over to 45th Street. You're also slow on I-35 northbound, making that drive from Onion Creek Parkway up to William Cannon. And watch out for a wreck on the service road of Highway 71 westbound at 1st Street. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
0628.
No power? No problem. With a whole home backup generator from Abacus. Abacus offers professional Generac installation with extended warranties, financing, and now certified Generac maintenance plans. Abacus, you can count on us.
Hardball Hardge here for Covert Ford and Hutto. This July, celebrate freedom in summer with a new Ford from Covert Ford Hutto. Right now, get $12,509 off MSRP on a new 2025 Super Duty F-250 Lariat, or $12,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 F-150 Lariat. Two legendary trucks with star-spangled savings all month long. Visit Covert Ford and Hutto off of 79 or online at covertfordhutto.com.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, tools, home essentials, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
You ever go car shopping and just walk back to your old car and say, you know what? You're not so bad. Maybe a new paint job, maybe fix up those dents and dings. New car prices are going crazy now. Interest rates, prices, everything is up. Maaco can make your current ride look like new. paint touch-ups, dent repairs, fresh bumper. It's a little like a car makeover is what it is. At Mako, they make it easy. Come in for a free estimate, and their expert technicians will handle the rest. Quick turnaround, by the way. Real value. That's what Mako does. And we're keeping our cars longer. So make your current ride feel new again. Before you shell out for something new, make your old look new. With Mako's national reach and community focus, you're not just getting top-notch service. You're actually getting a partner you can trust. Go to Mako.com today. You'll find a shop near you and book an appointment. That's Mako, MAACO.com. And remember, better get Mako.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying boarded. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
As we continue these conversations right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, make sure you get over to our podcast page wherever you've missed our podcast. There, we've had some great interviews this week. We're going to be filled with interviews because of the fact that we're going to be at SEC Media Days, bringing it all to you. But right now, we're going to go to the NFL. We're getting closer and closer to game day. We're getting closer and closer to camp starting. I believe some of them start this week, and I know for sure a lot of them start next week. But I wanted to go back and look at some of these draft picks that have happened in the NFL. And The Athletic, who's done a great job, has talked about the best value pick for every team this past draft. And obviously, you know, Matthew Golden is going to be part of that conversation. But there were some other names that were there that kind of slid under the radar, and I don't think we've talked enough about them. Obviously, one of the names that they thought was a great value pick was Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders, the fifth rounder, number 144. A lot of people, you know, we talked about it. We thought he was going to go in the first or second round. He obviously drops because of off the field stuff with his father and everything else, allegedly. But you start to look and say, all right, is he going to make this team? The driving situation hasn't helped him with all the tickets, but we all know that he's a talented guy. So that's one name that was out there. But here's another name that I wanted to throw out there that we did not talk about. Taj Brooks from Texas Tech. Now, this is a kid from Manor, Texas, that has done some really good things at Texas Tech University. And he is going to be a guy that can actually help that room in Cincinnati. They still have Samaje Perine, Pflugerville Hendrickson, shout out. Chase Brown did a great job last year. And Zach Moss is a guy that he slimmed down a little bit, so he looks a lot better. But I would take Taj Brooks, who was drafted in the 6th round, as one of the best value picks, Mark.
Wow, I mean, that's big when you see a pick in the 6th round, 7th round, get that kind of love. I wanted to know, why do you feel that way?
Well, if you've watched his tape and you watch the way he's gone about his career, his productivity is through the roof. He is one of the leaders in rushing for Texas Tech. And go back and think about what Texas Tech had. Byron Hanspar, Bam Morris, Ricky Williams, the little Ricky Williams. I mean, they had guys, Sammy Morris. They had guys that were really, really good running backs, and he outperformed all of them. Yes, it's a different day and age, but you also look at who he is as a back. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, and I think he's a guy that can be a pro for quite some time with the talent that he has. But you also look at some of the other intangibles. Leadership is one of them. Look at how long Samaje Perine has been in the league, man.
Wow.
He's been in the league for a long time, and I know he was physical and his productivity at Oklahoma was top-notch, but if you would have told me that he was going to be in the league this long, I would have been like, come on, man. The league changes so much, and we talk about the running back value.
And you feel like he is a kind of a second version of Perine.
Absolutely. And I think he's going to learn a lot from Samaje as well. So we'll see what happens there. Another pick that you may not have thought about is Oronde Gaston II. Tight end, he was at Syracuse. He was a 5th-round pick, but he played wide receiver at Syracuse. Now he's coming in. He's got the lineage. His daddy was in the league for a long time. He is a physical, big-bodied tight end now. And let's just say this. He was drafted in the 5th round, and he got more talk during this minicamp than anybody else in their minicamp. He got interviewed during minicamp. He was at the top of Hardball's list every time he went to the podium. So he is definitely a name to pay attention to. And of course, his mama's from Killeen. So you know I had to throw that in there.
You know what? I knew there was some kind of 2-5 connection. I just knew it.
100%. His mama went to K-Town. He K-Town. So we gonna figure out that right there. But of course, I want to get into what Matthew Golden has brought to the table. Obviously, running that 4.28, being able to, that 4.29 in the 40, being able to fall to number 12. Thought he was going to the Cowboys. We were hopeful that he was going to the Cowboys, but he falls to number 23, goes to Green Bay. Obviously, with Jordan Love at quarterback, he's going to get a lot of opportunities. He's fast, but he has good hands. How many times we talk about somebody being fast, but they can't catch the ball? He has definitely made a name for himself because of the fact that he got that speed, but you see him go up and make contested catches.
We had no clue that he was that fast.
No, none. And we saw him every day.
Not at all. We talked about how unbelievable separation he gets out of his routes, out of his route running. We talked about how tough he is, how the dude don't mind going into the middle of the field against the linebackers, covering him and bumping him and so forth. We talked about how he destroyed Texas last year when he played for Houston. He had like 58 catches and 5 touchdowns against Texas.
Yeah.
That dude, he was like Jerry Rice on Madden in 98. He was a monster, but nobody ever talked about his wide open speed.
Right.
Never. When did you hear it?
We never talked about it.
I guarantee you didn't.
We never talked about it.
Well, it kind of makes sense why he has that breakaway speed. If he's like 4.240?
4.29.
4.29 40, and it surprises everyone because he does all the other things well. But
that's the thing.
But that separation, that speed is a part of that separation skills.
It never looked like it to me. It never looked like, oh, he's a Xavier Worthy quick twitch burner.
Yeah.
That's not what he looks like to me. He looks like a very polished acting guy, and he digs in the ground and comes out of his breaks so well that sometimes there's nobody else in the picture.
But could that also be because we didn't see him on a consistent basis running the deep deep routes.
Well, it's because that's not what he was asked to do. When he was at
He wasn't asked to do it.
When he was at Houston, that's what he did. He returned kickoffs, and he had good numbers on that. He had good numbers on punt returns, but he was never that chosen one to run those types of routes for the University of Texas.
Is that more of a reflection of what Texas was doing offensively that they couldn't utilize it?
No, it wasn't that they didn't utilize it. The Texas system is not that type of system. Yes, now it will be because Arch can throw the deep ball better than what Quinn was doing because Quinn was missing on the deep ball.
That's kind of what I was hinting at. What I saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you got to just say
it with your chest, man.
You ain't got to beat around the bush.
Don't go around the mulberry bush because you think you gonna get heat.
yeah, you can still get the heat, but sometimes that's what happens. But yeah, I mean, I just think it's going to be an interesting look for what he's going to be able to do in Green Bay as opposed to what it was here. But I'm telling you this, he went to the school of Chris Jackson too. God give some love to Chris Jackson. When he came here, obviously Matthew Golden got better for him to be able to get drafted number 23 in the first round and being able to be that guy. So you look at how you develop, and that's something that Texas has been able to do. When you go out and get guys in the transfer portal and they come in and they show out and they improve their stock along with helping your team win, that's an outstanding thing. So that's good stuff for them. But also the Cowboys had a big play too. They got Lavelle from East Carolina. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be that breakout performer for them. Ashton Genty is a no-brainer for the Texans. For the Texans, it was Jalen Noel, the Iowa State wide receiver, which was taken in the third round. He's a little slight, 5'10", 194, but he's going to be able to make some plays for C.J. Stroud. Speaking of C.J. Stroud, you don't want to miss the World's Strongest Take, brought to you by the World's Strongest Man, coming up in the next segment as he's got some inside info about somebody with C.J. Stroud and how C.J. has kind of changed his view on things. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a stalled vehicle in the right lane on Highway 71 eastbound on Montopolis Drive, and traffic is starting to build in the area. On the opposite side, on the service road of Highway 71, there's an accident westbound at 1st Street and some stop-and-go traffic I-35 northbound, making that drive from Onion Creek Parkway up to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
In 20628.
The HVAC Buyback Summer Special is on again at Abacus. Save up to $10,000 off per system and or get 0% financing for 60 months, plus a 15-year warranty. Call or book online at abacusplumbing.com.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Did you know you have a right to settle that debt for much less than you owe? DebtBlue has helped people just like you resolve millions of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. They can help with payment relief, the burden of rising inflation, and have a large portion of your debt wiped clean. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, a free 10-minute phone call could save you thousands. Discover how to reduce or completely resolve your credit card debt. In fact, we're so sure that we can reduce your debt that we offer the DebtBlue Success Guarantee. We don't get paid unless your debt gets reduced or resolved, so there's absolutely no risk to call. For your free debt resolution plan, call 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788. The call is free. The consultation is free. The more you owe, the more you can save. Call now, 800-200-0788, 800-200-0788.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is coming to Round Rock July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond. Watch these legendary AUSL Pro softball players on the Bandits and Vaults battle it out, including Sis Bates, Rachel Garcia, Skylar Wallace, Texas-owned Bella Dayton, and many more. To learn more, go to the AUSL.com and get your tickets today. That's the AUSL.com for tickets. Athletes Meets Unlimited Softball, July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond in Round Rock. AUSL, this is legendary.
Take me out to the ball game.
Book a stay out of town.
Book a spa package and lounge by the pool.
Luxury travel, no hassle for you.
So I'll book a boutique stay.
With a gym and breakfast that's free.
And it's 1, 2, 3 clicks away to your perfect Booking.com stay.
The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Official accommodation partner of MLB.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, a flood watch underway. Scattered thunderstorms developing this afternoon. A high near 90 for your Monday. Could see a stray shower or storm tonight. A low of 75. Partly cloudy Tuesday. A high in the low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance says if you're a renter, make sure you're protected. Renter's insurance includes options that cover stolen property, personal injury, and living expenses if your place is damaged. Get a quote for renter's insurance at progressive.com.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
You know what they say, time flies when you're having a lot of fun, because can you believe it's already been 1 year of iHeart Women's Sports? It's the go-to spot for stories, wins, and real talk from the biggest names in the game. From the court to the field, even behind the scenes, voices like Sarah Spain, Ashley Harris, and a whole lineup of legends are leading the charge. Check it out and celebrate 1 year of iHeart Women's Sports right now on iHeartRadio.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
It's the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
You heard that beat drop, that can only mean one thing. WWE Hall of Famer and the world's strongest man, Pete Mark Henry, brings you his world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella.
Art,
what's up, man?
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man, Marcus. Back then, they didn't know the man. Now in Atlanta, they all on me. Guys, listen, I know we're down the street from you. And my take today is about C.J. Stroud. Right down the street. C.J. Stroud has said he's tired of being pushed around. He's tired of going to the ground. If he's not going to be able to rely on his offensive line, he said that he had to strengthen his body to be able to endure all of the on-takings of the NFL season. That he was tired of feeling like he couldn't get, let's say, he thought that his rookie season, he was stronger than he was in the last years. So I would really like to give you this right off the bat. Clint Martin is the strength coach for the Texans. Clint Martin's claim to fame is not just being a really adept at the kinesiology, at the conditioning phases, but he is a old school builder of strength, powerlifting, explosive training, philosophy, strength coach. CJ Stroud said that he was going to work with him the entire offseason. This entire offseason, CJ Stroud has gained 12 pounds. I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody that understands the strength world and the coaches that are in it, gaining 12 pounds in one season is damn impressive. Especially for a guy that's normally right around 200 pounds. He walks around, he has to gain weight every season to help his body with the rigors of what the NFL brings. For him to gain 12 pounds in 1 year, it wasn't just, Clint didn't just work on his body. He worked on his gut health. He worked on how much food that he was intaking and getting his body to absorb all that protein. Like he got they didn't talk about it, but I know for a fact, because of my expertise and my experience, that he had to consume a very consistent amount of protein with the training that he was doing. So he had to get a nutritionist. There's a lot that CJ Stroud did this offseason that was not football. We talk about it with LeBron James all the time. The dude is spending $1 million a year on his body.
Yep.
So if CJ Stroud has adopted that, we already consider CJ Stroud a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. They came out with the new list. We talked about that first list they came out with, and we thought it was garbage, right?
Yep.
We thought that there were people on that list that shouldn't have been on that list, and the order was off. Of course, now unrelated, Baker Mayfield is now number 10 on the new list, which I really love and think that he deserved to be on that top 10.
Holla.
But CJ Stroud is a guy that is trying to make a way for himself to be one of those elite top 5, top 6 quarterbacks. They don't have him there right now. But I'm willing, my take is that CJ Stroud is going to have that bounce back year like his rookie year. He threw 27, or he threw 14 interceptions. His first year, he threw 7 interceptions. He said he wants to get back to where he can throw the ball at a more consistent rate. But a lot of that was because he was on the ground. He said he wants to make it tougher for people to get him on the ground. Hardge, what say you?
Well, I'm as we talked about before, and again, I'm gonna say it with my chest. I'm a huge fan of one CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud has the ability, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think he's proven that from time to time. I know that a lot of people were questioning what he did last year, and I'm like, there's no way you could question what he did last year, because you brought up the fact they had to get a whole new line because of how bad that offensive line was. I think bringing in Nick Chubb, we talked about it earlier with the Texas Longhorns. You get a running game to establish its force and its dominance, then you can stretch the field. You know, Marcus brought up the fact of bringing people up close. People aren't coming up close when CJ Stroud is at quarterback, because they already know his film tells you he'll stretch the field on you. His film tell you that this is one of the accurate quarterbacks in the NFL, and you bringing up the fact of his strength now and what he's been able to achieve just by working out and changing his diet. I mean, there's certain things that you're inevitable to get better. And
12 pounds though?
Yeah.
That dude lived at the facility.
Well, you think about it though, Mark, and you know as well as I do, he had culture shock last year. His body was getting hit. He was like, yo, man, I'm not built for this, so let me go in here and put the work in so I can absorb some of these.
If he was smart, he would have took his offensive line to the gym with him.
He did.
Like, hey, if I'm doing this,
come on,
y'all doing this too.
Exactly. Tighten up. But yeah, so I'm a big fan of the Texans and what they're trying to do. As I've talked about numerous times, I think D'Amico is a leader of men, and he got his quarterback to be a leader of men as well. So now we'll see what happens next. But I'm all for what CJ is doing. I can't wait to see how much they've progressed. And again, if they can keep him upright and he's not running for his life, I think that he's expected to have a huge, huge year once again.
And I can see them moving him around out of the pocket more this year. I think they settle for him in the pocket, trying to stretch the field in the pocket, relying on the offensive line way too much last year, in which this year I can see them rolling them out, especially with the running backs that they have now and the threat of the running game. It's a different monster this year.
Well, it's a totally different monster because they got a new offensive coordinator too. So
Right.
everything is kind of changed.
And we got to wait and
yeah, we ain't
see what they're
go ahead
gonna
and
do,
say it,
what they're
Mark.
gonna
We ain't
focus on.
crowning them. I mean, good Lord, we ain't trying
We
to
ain't
crown
crowning
them. I'm just saying, you know. Another great take by the world's strongest man. Make sure you get over to our podcast page where you can find that if you missed any parts of it. We're going to close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. But we're also going to talk MLB. It's All-Star Week, baby. And we got to look at some of these numbers right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
There's a stalled vehicle in the right lane on Highway 71 eastbound of Montopolis Drive, and traffic is starting to build in the area. On the opposite side, on the service road of Highway 71, there's an accident westbound at 1st Street and some stop-and-go traffic I-35 northbound making that drive from Onion Creek Parkway up to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Payday. Hardworking people need a hardworking candy bar. Packed with peanuts and filled with golden caramel, Payday is definitely working hard for you. So grab one now to power you through the day. Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Get to it.
Mark, I had to do it, bro. I broke up with my license plate.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was boring, basic, and had no personality. And you know I deserve better.
Man, you need to go to myplace.com, bro. They've got custom plates that scream all you.
I'm talking about burnt orange, Longhorns, even Hardge 99.
It's giving your car that championship belt.
Exactly. No more boring plates. I'm committed to myplates.com. Use the promo code DAZONE, all one word.
Hey there, history fans.
iHeartRadio brings you a brand new history podcast.
It's called American History Hotline,
where you ask the question,
what is political technology?
Did George Washington really cut down a cherry tree?
Were JFK and Marilyn Monroe having an affair?
And American History Hotline gets to the bottom of it.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
This is such a ridiculous story that we tell ourselves because we don't want to know the real story.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search American History Hotline and listen now.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton for Viome. Viome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging and life-extending insights. Viome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can, get this, slow your aging, keep you looking young, and help prevent future health issues. Next, Viome doctors design supplements specifically to your body's needs. Their job is to slow down and help reverse how fast your body is aging. And your Viome microbiome test reveals why you have stomach issues, don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight, and more. Viome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look younger.
Viome is changing lives. Order your full body intelligence test online and save $50. Viome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Viome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's VIOME.com, promo code THRIVE.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
online. Oh, I have raisins? I'm a mom. Wait one sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying ported. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while. Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get. Could it be lower testosterone? Lower T. Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2. Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV. Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours. It actually works? I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text CHART to 321321. CHART to 321321. CHART to 321321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, tools, home essentials, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. We cover all 40 acres.
What a great way to kick off the week right here on a Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And if you missed any parts of the show, get over to the podcast page and check out all of our past interviews. Obviously, we're going to be at SEC Media Days, so we're going to get a lot of conversation about the SEC. We'll have different guests throughout the week, so you do not want to miss any of it. And you have to miss some of it. You can always find it on the iHeartRadio app because it's free, and, of course, on our podcast page. Mark, the MLB All-Star game is tomorrow. Home Run Derby is tonight. I'll get you the list of participants in that in just a moment. But there were some amazing first half feats if you sit back and you think about it. You look at your guy, Aaron Judge, and what he's been able to do this season. 35,
hit another one yesterday.
Yeah, 35 home runs at the All-Star break. 35 home runs at the All-Star break and batting .355. Playing a good, maybe a Gold Glove type of right field as well. Taking his walks, doing what he can at the plate, looking a lot more efficient at the plate. Shohei Ohtani doing things that no one has been able to do. Only player to have 60 RBIs and 91 runs scored in the first half of the season while hitting 32 home runs. Cal Raleigh, the catcher for the Seattle Mariners, who will be in the home run derby, is leading the major leagues with 38 home runs and 82 RBIs in the first half. Oh, yeah, as a catcher, switch hitting catcher at that point, 10 stolen bases already, too. Come on, man. Come on now. I mean, you're seeing some big-time numbers from a lot of people, and I knew that you were going to be excited when I told you that Aaron Judge was doing what he's doing.
Yeah, man. I'm going to tell you right now, Hardge, when you mention my guy, I get excited because I know that he's going to entertain. But baseball overall is just better when the Yankees are better. just like the Dodgers. And when the Dodgers are doing well, baseball is better. And I really do feel like Aaron Judge is one of those guys that he's an era guy. we had the Sammy Sosa era, we had the Mark McGwire era, we had the Barry Bonds era. This is the Judge era. So, like, it's just making baseball better.
I do agree with you on that Aaron Judge and what Shohei Ohtani is like Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire and all those guys that were there because of what they bring. Chicks still dig the long ball. We're excited when we get a chance to watch these guys perform at this level. We're excited when you can watch and see a guy hit a ball out of the ballpark. But we also like the flair of it all because now these guys are bigger, stronger, faster than they've ever been. The technique in which they work is something that has been pretty exciting. And just like tonight with the home run derby, you start to look, the people don't care how many home runs these guys hit. They want to see a bunch of home runs. But what they want to see is the distance. How far is this ball going to go? I got the list of participants, and I'm going to give you the distance of their farthest home runs, their longest home runs. Matt Olson has now replaced Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to miss the home run derby, so they added Matt Olson, a Atlanta Brave. He has 17 home runs on the season, and his farthest home run was 434 feet. They have Cal Riley, the Seattle Mariners catcher, 38 home runs now. His longest is 440 feet. James Wood, 451 feet for the big man from the Washington Nationals. Byron Buxton, who I'm excited to see, 479 feet on a home run. O'Neal Cruz, the phenom for the Pittsburgh Pirates, 463 feet. Junior Caminero from the Tampa Bay Rays, 425 feet. Brent Rucker, 440 feet from the Oakland A's, or not Oakland anymore, from the Athletics, and that's what they're going by. Jazz Chisholm Jr. Now, this is a dude that's got a lot of flair, 5'11", 184. He's got 17 home runs on the season, but his farthest home run is 442 feet. Now, the question is, I'm not going to even ask you who you think is going to win the home run derby. That's not even important. But the question that I do have is the fact that, are you disappointed that Shohei and Aaron Judge isn't in this?
I am. I feel like, it's like having a 3-point shooting contest and Steph Curry don't play.
Say it again, what?
I'm just saying, it's like, you're going to have a dunk contest and all the guys that can really soar don't decide to do it.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's just that now this is the baseball equivalent of it. I think that they should honey up the pot and, put more money into it, one, but also make some kind of prestige about, you can't, give a, golf has the mulligan. Add something to baseball. They always talk about baseball is boring and you want to make it more fun and stuff. Let the world know that you can do something different. Give a bonus if you walk. If you win the long ball, the home run derby, you're not allowed to be walked. You have to force somebody to pitch you across the plate.
I like that.
Again, do something. If you give something to a player, think about all the guys. Oh man, they can't walk me. They have to throw me to me.
A two-base
Give me that.
walk.
I'm going to win it.
If you walk them, they get 2 bases instead of 1.
Y'all crazy, man. That is funny though. That is.
You got to honey the pot, man. You got to give something. But what you want people to do it? Give them something. Then all the best players will do it. I thought that they should have made it mandatory that whoever wins the NBA dunk contest gets $5 million.
You think?
They can afford it.
Yeah, I agree.
And when you add money to it, Then them guys will go, ooh, man, $5 million?
Yeah.
And I get the trophy and the commercials that come with it. And that, man, the league, they don't really want to put the money in to the All-Star games in order for it to get done.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. And I think, too, you start to understand what it's all about. And you say, all right, this is for the fans. This is why the fans want to come to this. But it's nothing like an all-star game. There's nothing like a home run derby. And we just happen to be in Atlanta during that time where we might get a chance to see both of those. Last year, I got a chance to watch the All-Star game in Arlington during SEC Media Days. And now we get a chance to be in Atlanta for the All-Star game for SEC Media Days. I can't wait. We'll be live from Atlanta. The ATL shouting. We'll be live from Atlanta tomorrow. Craig Way will be live from Atlanta today. And as always, thank y'all for tuning in. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this, folks. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
You want to see basketball played the way it's supposed to be? Tune in to Ice Cube's Big 3 this summer. Watch stars like Dwight Howard, Kemba Walker, Joe Johnson, Michael Beasley, and many more, along with Hall of Fame coaches. Experience the fast pace and physical play and fun action that defines the game. You know what it is. It's the Big 3. Catch the best professional 3-on-3 players in the world live every weekend on CBS and Vice. Oh, yay, yay!
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Take me out to the ball game.
Book a stay out of town.